What's happening, wanderers? Welcome to the Pisac Ruins in the lovely country of Peru. Welcome to the Sacred Valley Adventures, where my wife Vanessa and I travel throughout the magical country of Peru, deep into the Andes Mountains to discover the real beauty of Peru. Vámonos! Buenos dias, everybody. It's another morning here in Peru, that is Cusco. We're walking around the San Blas neighborhood, and we're heading to the Colectivo station, which we have taken before in Mexico. So I'm very interested to see how they work in Peru, but we're going to be going to a nearby major site called Pisac, which has a famous market on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and especially Sunday. Today's Thursday, so hopefully it still is pretty impressive. And then I'm going to explore some very picturesque ruins right in the middle of the Andes mountain range. So really excited, guys. We're gonna take you on a journey today and show you some more of the Incan civilization and the gorgeous mountains of Peru. One 45-minute Colectivo ride later, and we are right in the town of Pisac. They drove a little crazy as expected, but it was cheap, only 5 soles, so it's literally just over $1 one way to get here. And make sure you have a little food in your stomach and you keep your eyes outside so you don't get too nauseous, because they go around those turns pretty darn fast. So behind me is the beautiful Pisac market, or Mercado Artisanal. Probably a little touristy though, but lots of good goods and handcrafted things. If you want to check out and bring back some souvenirs or something you can actually use around the house or wear. So we want to check that out, but we're going to do that on the way back because it's 10 a.m. and it's already pretty hot and sunny, and we have what seems to be a long hike ahead of us up to the ruins. So on the way back down, we can maybe just leisurely stroll through the market and get some food and then peace out. But first, let's get done the hard part, the trek up the mountain. And so it begins, everybody, the trek to Pisac Ruins. Let's go. Got a nice meandering, I don't say a switchback, but are you ready to hike, Vanessa?
No.
Although this is gonna be a strenuous hike for sure, as you see those, we have to go up. And those stairs we went up already. One thing that's nice is because it's in the morning and because we're in the mountains, after the rainy season, it's the dry season now. It's not very humid, so there's nice, cool, fresh morning air. Of course, the views are stunning. And the sun feels good, but when you're overheating a little too much, you can hop in the shade, like so, to cool off. And it's a lot better already. Pretty good hiking weather, if I do say so myself. No toco. So the reason I'm probably not talking and vlogging to the camera as much is because I cannot catch my breath for the life of me, guys. I've been in Cusco for almost a week. I think a week exactly. So I'm not lightheaded from that altitude anymore, but I still think there's something to catching your breath and your stamina being lower, because there's still less oxygen in the air. I don't think your body can carry enough hemoglobin to carry oxygen via your red blood cells. So I think it takes longer to get enough oxygen to your muscles and your lungs. So take your time, guys. Come nice and early like we did. And at least the views are stunning, right? All right, so we are continuing on this brutal hike. So in this really tough uphill section with a bunch of stairs. But now behind us, we see these really cool ruins, which are actually like pretty well intact. And to my knowledge, I'm gonna start telling you a little bit about the history of the Pisac ruins from the reading I did on Wikipedia on the way over here. So I'm pretty knowledgeable. They used to be more of watchtowers over the town of Pisac below. And based on the geographical position as well, historians believe that it was used to view from the mountains a potential invasion from Cusco, which of course was the main empire, the main capital of the Inca Empire. So this is what they could use to keep sight of the Urubamba River below, the town of Pisac, and through the mountains they could look out and keep an eye, see if there's invasion. Of course, mainly from Cusco, as I just said, because they were probably the main threat. I've seen that walk before. looks like we're actually going through some of the ruins now. I don't think this is the main Pisac Ruins, but these stones, not quite remnant of Sacsayhuaman because those are a little bit bigger. Check out that video if you haven't, by the way. Shameless plug. Vanessa's happy that the shade's here. But according to Vanessa, her day is ruined. And every time I record these ruins down below that we passed through, I keep on re-recording them because the view keeps getting better and better because we're getting up and up. So we more of like a bird's eye view. As Vanessa ghost walks right past me. Anyway, you can see almost like little rooms and passageways and windows that used to exist from up high. So it's really cool to see almost like a floor plan of an old Incan house. So although Vanessa has been making me question my decision to hike this instead of taking a cab up to the top, which either is 10 soles or $10. But a really cool thing is, A, there's always little places where you can get shade and sit down and take a break. And B, there's so many little ruins along the way. And there's little spin-offs where they have a sign saying the name of it. And if you just want to take a tiny detour off of the main trail, you can. So it's not just in the Pisac Ruins if you don't want it to be. There's great nature sites, little ruins on the main path to the ruins, and little meandering detours for other little sites to see along the way. So it's so cool. Definitely would recommend it. Definitely recommend hiking up it, especially if you want to work out too. No. I believe those are the Pisac Ruins above those beautiful terraces. Hopefully we're over halfway there, but at least the elevation isn't that much higher than we are now. So hopefully all the hard part is over. Guys, I'm keeping going on and on about how cool a freaking hike this is. And these ruins here are pretty freaking impressive as well, just from the first glance. This is called Sector Intihuatana, which I don't know if it's the same people at the Pisac Ruins or just a little stepping stone along the way to the main ones, which we'll check out very soon, hopefully. But you can see these trapezoid-shaped entrances here that Vanessa's getting some shade by, meaning that these were likely the entrances to the house. The people that stayed here or occupied it or whatever it was used for. Because as you can see, they got really good views of the valley below, the Sagrada Valle. I don't know if that's how you say valley, but Sacred Valley. What you doing?
Good shade.
Stupid question, everybody, but do you think these originally had roofs? Because they're so well intact. Look at this. It's like a perfect geometrical, like square little room and little passageways to other rooms down there, but none of them have roofs. Makes sense that maybe they would cave down first, but I don't know. Do not raise the walls, everybody. They're not your children. And this is such a cool little viewpoint, everybody. Those are the ruins we just went up most recently. And then those are the ruins we just went up, well, it could have been 5 minutes ago or 40 minutes ago. I have no idea. Oh, it makes you really wonder though. Seeing them from up here, see the floor plans a lot more. Like, what is that big circular ruin? Was it a house? Was it like a temple? Was it a fortress? A church? This church and temple is very similar. Makes you really wonder what these were used for. What it really looks like maybe 500 or 600 years ago. That being said, everybody, this is an absolutely stunning hike. Definitely could see why people do it on the way down, but not the way up. So we just saw a sign saying tunnel. I'm like, oh cool. It's gonna be like a nice big tunnel, like a car, like a highway or sorts, but nope. This is a tunnel. It's really narrow.
You can make it now.
All right, hopefully I don't scrape my camera to shreds.
Can I take it?
I don't need a woman. Vanessa's the one that needs my help. I refuse.
Wow.
Easy. Oh God. If you're claustrophobic, don't do this, everybody. Oh. I'm crawling. Easy. And then as we get closer, we're noticing these little like openings in these cliffside below. I don't know if it's like erosion or if it's intentional, like a cliff dwelling. I keep on saying quiff dwelling like an idiot. But it really reminds me of this national park in Colorado that I never went to. But I think it's called, I don't know, I'll put a picture of it here for reference. But anyways, just makes you wonder, that's all. And we're getting closer to that tunnel section. We are encountering another ruin, just on this little hilltop here. So again, I've lost count of how many smaller ruins are on the way to the main ruin. If you take this hike, which I definitely recommend doing, whether you want to work out or just do it on the way back, probably better to do the latter, to be honest. So one thing that I can really appreciate doing this hike after visiting Sacsayhuaman in Cusco, wow, I really am tired, is these are beautiful, they're immense, and they're really cool to marvel at, but it makes you appreciate the stonework at Sacsayhuaman, because their stones were so finely cut, they were absolutely massive and like so intricately put together, whereas these, it's a nice stone wall, but kind of looks like a bunch of different shaped stones mashed together, whereas other ones you can tell they were finely cut. And it's very intricate, delicate work for what had to have been primitive tools compared to what we have now. And another thing I have to keep on mentioning is that the ruins look so much more glamorous and crazy when you're actually a little outside of them. When you're in them, it's cool to walk around, but there's just a bunch of bricks or stones, I should say, forming different walls and windows and stuff, which is cool to see up close, but it's cool to see them in their totality because it gives you a better sense of like scope and grandeur. Because like this ruin on the hill, I just kind of pieced through it really quickly on the way here, but now it looks like a whole entire like little village, which is actually still pretty well built up on the hillside. There's lots of different little buildings and really picturesque to see a little bit from a distance. Cool so far. Little tight walls to walk through, pretty well preserved, and we're going to what probably was the living room. This almost fall down. So again, guys, walking around here makes me really wonder what each different place was used for. Probably be nice to have a tour guide for that reason, because I know again that the Pisac Ruins were used as a good vantage point. And look out! I'm out of breath. The crazy thing is too, we came here on a Thursday, middle of the day, and there's like literally nobody here. This isn't like the middle of the pandemic anymore. Everyone's a little bit more relaxed about traveling, it seems like. And there's some people outside, but in the actual ruins, I haven't run into a soul yet, which is kind of cool, kind of creepy, but also nice to have that sense of quiet when I'm not yapping to you guys, but you don't mind, right? That hit the spot, everybody. Really good fresh squeezed orange juice right outside of Pisac. Only for 3 soles, which is like 75 cents for a glass. Really good and supports the local community. No problems with that. And don't forget, we still have yet to visit one of the coolest places in Pisac, the Pisac Artisan Market. So this market is massive. There's so many beautiful goods to be seen here. We're just walking around a little bit, trying to get our bearings straight, see what everything has to offer. Be aware that it's a little tourist friendly, so people will talk to you, trying to sell you stuff at any opportunity, but that's totally fine. Just be polite, keep on walking, and if you're interested, go up and talk to them. So I definitely enjoyed the market. Glad we came. A little overwhelming just because I'm not good at always telling people no gracias when I ask you things. I feel a little like a douche. I don't want to ignore them, but also don't want to engage with them too much and get their hopes up. So anyway, really cool market. I did get a really cool bowl made out of wood, so it should be easy to travel. Gonna give it to my parents as a little gift. But now we're gonna try some vegan ice cream. After all that exercise in the sun, we were so happy to find some vegan ice cream, which we did at Rocambolesque, this cute little artisan ice cream place, which has some delicious flavors, including lucuma and strawberry. And that was Pisac. Next week's episode, we will be going even deeper into Andes Mountains, making some unexpected friends along the way that I wish we could keep with us, to be honest, before ultimately getting scared that we might be stranded somewhere in Peru. I'm trying to get a collectivo back into town. It's very late. Hopefully all goes well.